Here you can see the results of the spread plates, 10x, 100x, and 1000x from left to right. As you can see, the more concentrated ones has a more higher concentration of bacteria on the plate. And ideally, what you're going to do is you're going to look for colonies that aren't touching any other colonies, usually something by itself. So you can see picking from the 10x plates will be a lot more challenging than picking from the 1000x plate. Zooming into the 100x plate, you can see the ones I'm highlighting here with these little emojis. Those are good ones to pick because they're not touching any other ones. And they probably are touching something, but they're not touching anything visibly, as opposed to the ones right on top of there where you can see that yellow and that little creamy one kind of overlapping. And if you inspect the other creamy ones, you'll see that there's many different morphologies kind of happening there. You want to try to avoid those because it's not going to give you a pure isolate. It will decrease those chances. So here I have my 1000x plate, and what I've done is I've circled 5 different isolates that are good candidates to be streaked onto their own plate. I'm going to label the plates now, and I'm going to start with the name of the media that it's on. In this case, MB stands for marine broth, the date, and I go year, month, day, and then my initials. It's really important to include all of this data on your plate. Then you're going to put the original inoculum source and the dilution series that the plate is coming from. And then I'm going to do an underscore, and I'm going to put the letter of the colony that I picked and a number 1. And this is going to indicate that this is the first streak from this colony that I'm trying to isolate into pure culture. I'm going to use my incinerator to inoculate to sterilize my loop. And I'm going to, keep it in there until it glows red, and then I'm going to take it out and wait for it to cool. I'm going to take the loop out. I'm going to not touch anything. I'm going to wait for it to cool. I'm going to flip the plate, and while it's flipping, I'm going to touch it on the agar to make sure I don't hear it sizzle, and that to make sure that it's cool enough so that I don't kill the bacteria when I go. I'm going to plan out which one I already circled. I'm going to just dot it. You don't need to even really see it too much. You just need to dot it a little tiny bit. And you're going to streak back and forth. Corner, I like to streak the area that has my name and date and the marine and the type of agar. This area is going to be really concentrated with bacteria. So now we're going to sterilize the loop to eliminate all the bacteria on it. And we're going to turn the plate, and we're going to drag the loop in, touching the concentrated portion of the plate, but we only want to bring it in like no more than 4 times. You're going to go back and forth, and each time you're grabbing a little more bacteria and you're spreading it on the plate. And this is kind of creating a dilution series with the loop. You're going to sterilize the loop again, turn the plate, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to start on one side. You're going to drag into where the second parts that you streaked are, back and forth about 4 times, and then you can kind of like taper off, not going back into where you previously streaked. And the purpose of this is to try to dilute the bacteria so that you get individual colonies of just a clonal population. Ideally, you're trying to get just one bacteria on the plate, so it'll make a nice little round colony and get you closer to a pure isolate. So once this grows after about a day or 2, and sometimes a week, depending on how fast the bacteria grows, you'll then do this restreaking process 3 times, ideally, to get into pure culture. You're going to repeat these steps with the rest of the streaks that you've circled off and let them grow up